Hi, my name's Lewis. I'm with Jenny today. We're talking about the tax implications of cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency is just an online currency which is independent of the bank, and it's basically like a blockchain supply.
Yeah, so I know that, recent events have definitely made cryptocurrency something that a lot of people get into. There's a few different platforms that people use to trade cryptocurrency, and it's really important to have solid records when you do get into that, just because when you buy and then sell your currency, a capital gains tax is triggered. So as I mentioned, when you buy and then sell that currency, that capital gains tax occurs. So this isn't limited to just the buying and selling. It could also be swapping of those currencies for another.
Yeah.
Lewis can tell you a bit more about that.
Yeah, so when you're swapping currencies, so say if I swap Bitcoin to Ethereum, that would trigger a CGT event and I'll get taxed on those capital gains. Obviously, with the capital gains, if you have held Bitcoin for over a year, then you would get that discount still with that swap. However, even though you aren't actually selling the crypto, you still would get taxed on that swap.
Yeah.
And same thing would happen if you then swap that to Dogecoin. You get taxed on, at that time, you get taxed accordingly.
Yeah. So basically that is because you are disposing one asset for another. Although you didn't pull the money out as such, it is still sort of disposing that asset for another one. So that is when you would consider CGT. Now, as we mentioned, it's really important to keep those records. We've had some sort of experience with clients who have done quite a bit of trading in cryptocurrency, and sometimes it can be really hard to track those cost base. There is a website, or is it a software? Or?
Online, there's a website called Coinly. So most of the time when you are selling your crypto, you can get a Excel spreadsheet which has all your buys and sells throughout the year. If you update that onto Coinly, then that will tell you your capital gains over that year. So that is a good way. You can buy subscriptions to that. So I think if you've done 1,000 transactions over a year, it costs about $99, and they will work out the capital gains, which for a normal person doing that manually, that'd take a good day or two. So Coinly is a great one just to make just to track all your capital gains and losses throughout the year. Obviously you need to keep the records in order to use Coinly, but no, that is a great online forum to do it.
So now we have talked about capital gains, but it is treated differently if you were to do it through a business. So do you want to?
Well, obviously I can't just say I'm doing it through a business if I'm trading 1 or 2 times a day. But if you actually set up a business name, you set up a bank account, you're doing a high volume of transactions, then you can say you're running through a business, and then it's not treated as a capital gain, it's treated as income. So if you were a sole trader, this would just become income under your marginal rate, depending on your income for the year. If you were to do it through a company, obviously there's other things that you need to do, like set up a company, but then you would be taxed at that rate of 26%, which companies are taxed at.
Yeah, perfect. And just the last thing that we're going to talk about today is chain splits. So if, for instance, Bitcoin was to split into 2 different currencies, that would not trigger a capital gains tax up until you dispose of the asset that you get from the split, I guess. And the cost base for the split would be 0, so you just gotta make sure that you do keep track of that.
I think in summary, just got to make sure that when you come to the end of the year, you do have all your details of your trades throughout the year. Otherwise it can become a bit of a nightmare working out those capital gains. But yeah, obviously we're always happy to take a call if you have any further questions on this, and yeah, hope you guys have a great day.